Hello, my name is Emma. I am 29 years old, and I live in a small town. My story is not an easy one, but it is real. I hope that by sharing it, you will learn from my life. This is the story of how my husband, Jack, left me for another woman. I met Jack when I was 22. He was tall, handsome, and charming. He worked as a manager in a big store, and I was a teacher at the local school. Jack made me laugh, and I felt special when he was with me. He always said kind words, like "You are my sunshine, Emma, and I can't live without you." We dated for 2 years, and then he asked me to marry him. Our wedding was beautiful. I wore a white dress with little flowers, and Jack looked perfect in his black suit. We danced, we laughed, and we promised to love each other forever. Everyone said we were the perfect couple. At first, life with Jack was wonderful. We would go for long walks, watch movies, and cook together. He loved making pasta, and I loved making homemade bread. He would say, "Emma, your bread is the best," and I would smile. I felt lucky to have him, but slowly things started to change. Jack was busy at work and came home late. At first I thought, he's working hard for us, but then I noticed he was on his phone a lot. He would smile while looking at the screen, and then quickly put his phone away when I came near. "Who are you chatting with?" I asked one evening. "Just work friends," he said, giving me a quick smile. I wanted to trust him, so I said nothing more. But inside, I felt a small pain in my heart. As months passed, Jack grew more distant. He stopped talking to me like before. When I asked him about his day, he would give short answers. "It was fine," or "I'm tired, Emma." One day, I noticed a new perfume on his shirt. It smelled sweet and expensive. I did not wear that perfume. "Jack, you smell different," I said, trying to laugh. "It's just from work." "Stop worrying," he said, and he kissed my forehead. But his kiss felt cold. I started feeling alone. Even when Jack was in the house, he would sit with his phone, typing and smiling. He no longer told me stories, no longer called me sunshine. He was there, but he was not really there. One day, Jack forgot his phone at home when he left for work. My hands shook as I picked it up. I did not want to invade his privacy, but my heart was heavy with questions. I opened the messages, and there it was, a name I did not know, Laura. The messages were full of sweet words, words Jack once said to me. "You are so beautiful," he wrote to her. "I miss you," she replied with heart emojis. I sat down, my eyes full of tears. It was true. Jack was seeing another woman. When Jack came home that night, I felt both anger and pain. "Jack, who is Laura?" I asked, my voice shaking. He looked at me, his eyes wide, and then he looked away. "She's a friend," he said quietly. "A friend? You write to her like she is more than a friend," I said, my voice now louder. "I'm sorry, Emma," he said, not meeting my eyes. "I didn't mean for this to happen." Those words were like a knife in my heart. He did not mean for this to happen. But it happened. Jack did not deny it. He did not fight for me or our marriage. He just stood there silent. The next days were painful. Jack moved out of our bedroom. He said he needed time to think, but I knew the truth. His heart was already with someone else. He came home late, barely spoke to me, and sometimes did not come home at all. My friend said, "Emma, you deserve better. Leave him." But how could I? This was the man I loved, the man who promised to be with me forever. I cried myself to sleep, feeling lost and empty. One evening, I sat by the window, watching the rain fall. I remembered the times when Jack and I would watch the rain together, holding hands and sharing our dreams. But those days were gone. The next day, Jack came home with a suitcase. "Emma, I'm leaving," he said. His voice was calm, as if he were talking about the weather. I stood there frozen. "Why, Jack? Why did you do this?" I whispered. "I don't know, Emma. I love her. I didn't mean to hurt you," he said, looking at the floor. I felt a wave of pain, but also a strange sense of relief. It was over. The lies, the waiting, the silent dinners, it was all over. The first few weeks were hard. I missed him even though he hurt me. I missed the old Jack, the one who laughed with me and called me his sunshine. But I knew that Jack was not coming back. I started going out more, seeing friends, and finding myself again. I began teaching extra classes at the school and joined a dance class. It was hard, but slowly I felt stronger. One day I saw Jack in town. He was with Laura, and they were laughing. It hurt, but I realized something. I deserved more. I deserved someone who would love me and not leave. I deserved to be happy. Months passed, and I became happy again. I started writing stories and helping my students learn new things. Life was not what I had planned, but it was my life, and I was proud of it. Jack's betrayal taught me that love is not always forever. Sometimes people change, and sometimes love ends, but life does not end when love ends. It is the start of something new. Today I am still single, but I am not sad. I smile more, laugh more, and know that one day love might find me again, because I found myself.